So many of us have spent so much of our lives pushing through, trying our best despite being in systems and circumstances that didn't support our true well being, continuing to show up through grief and anxiety and any number of struggles. We've tried hard. Again and again, we've shown up for ourselves and those around us, even when everything within us was crying for a break. I know what this trying feels like, and I have so much honor and respect for you and your trying. But what I keep coming back to, especially in my own healing journey, is that it's time for me to show up in my life more softly. There's a real relief in showing up with more tenderness and less pushing. I've found that I can actually accomplish things differently and more beautifully when I approach them with less effort and less force. I still show up fully. I still care. I still try. I'm just learning to do it with less gripping and less striving. And part of what inspired this in me is a gorgeous quote from Andrea Gibson, whose poetry I love so much. One of their most well-known lines is, "I know most people try hard to do good and find out too late they should have tried softer." And like so many of Andrea's quotes, it just sort of takes my breath away. And I especially want to point out that this pattern of pushing and efforting and trying so hard works against us when we're trying to heal. So often we approach our inner world and our feelings like they're a problem we have to strive to monitor or correct. But that inner trying, while being totally understandable, often keeps us in the very cycle of gripping and rigidity that we're trying to heal from in the first place. Our nervous systems, our bodies, and the most vulnerable parts of us, the parts most longing for healing, often respond to softness and acceptance far more than they respond to force. So today's meditation is a gentle exploration of this concept of trying softer. I've created some Iffirmations for you to explore what trying softer might actually mean to you and your inner self. It's a beautiful and gentle meditation to help you regulate, soften, and to try softer. And I hope that it opens you to new possibilities of openness and ease. Welcome to Somatic Healing Meditations, the podcast that helps you regulate your nervous system, deepen your healing journey, and feel better in your body. I'm Karenna with Hello Inner Light, and I'm so happy you're here. I'm a somatic healing coach who specializes in compassionate, body-centered processing that helps you heal the wounds that are holding you back. So if that's the kind of content you need more of in your life, please subscribe to this podcast and join me every Friday on this beautiful journey out of your head and into your more embodied and authentic self. And today I have an exciting announcement. I'm teaching my most popular free training at the end of this month. It's called The Secret Wisdom of Your Triggers, and it's an incredibly powerful 75-minute training that can help you learn to listen to your triggers deeply and heal your core issues in a loving and integrated way. I'd love for you to join me. You can enroll at the link in the show notes. Thank you so much for being here. Now, before we dive into this uninterrupted meditation, here's a quick word from the sponsors that make all this free content possible. Now let's dive into this guided meditation to try softer. So finding a time and a space where it's safe and comfortable for you to close your eyes and turn your attention within. And with your eyes closed, bring more and more awareness to your breath. Noticing that you can feel your breath. You can feel the gentle and effortless rise and fall of your chest and tummy that happens on every inhale and every exhale. Feeling that natural, rhythmic movement and letting your breath be soft and easy. And we're going to do some gentle, regulating breathing just to help you drop in and connect with your body a little bit more and a little bit more. So on your next breath, gently imagine that you could breathe in through your heart and out through your belly button. Even imagining that you could feel the space or the distance between your heart and your belly button. Imagining on your next breath that you could breathe in through your heart and out through the crown of your head. Feeling the space or the distance between your heart and your head. Imagining on your next breath that you could breathe in through your heart and out through the palms of both of your hands. Feeling the space or the distance between your heart and your hands. And imagining that you could breathe in through your heart and out through the soles of your feet. Feeling the space or the distance between your heart and your feet. Then just breathing in and out through your heart as you soften into your body a little bit more and a little bit more. And as you're gently breathing in and out through your heart, I'm going to guide you through some Iffirmations to try softer. And Iffirmations are like a gentler and more authentic version of affirmations, where we're asking ourselves questions instead of making statements. And the questions actually help us to explore more possibilities within. So repeat these Iffirmations after me and feel free to play with the language. Iffirmations are meant to feel authentic, but authentic is a little bit different for everyone. So if my words don't feel authentic to you, please make them your own. So breathing and softening, repeat after me. What if I could try a little softer today? What would it be like to keep showing up for myself consistently, but with less gripping and striving? What if the parts of me that keep pushing could rest for a while? What would it be like to stop treating myself as something that needs to be fixed? What if I don't need to overpower any parts of myself to heal? What if healing is more possible than I think it is, and it's happening more than I realize? What would it be like to let my attention rest on myself the way it rests on someone I love? What if my self-awareness could be more gentle and less vigilant? What if it's safe to arrive here, in this moment, exactly as I am? What if I'm allowed to heal at my own pace? What if I'm whole, complete, and worthy, just as I am? More and more, I soften my heart toward myself. More and more, I allow myself to try softer. Now, just giving yourself a few gentle breaths. Feel the residue of those Iffirmations on your system. And how do you feel now? What's shifted within? And what do you understand about trying softer that you didn't understand before? Now, before we bring this meditation to a close, just ask your body if there's anything else it wants or needs, and listen for any answer it gives you. And then gently, and whenever you feel ready, just wiggle or stretch, bring some gentle movement back into your relaxed body. Opening your eyes whenever you feel ready. Great work. So, how was that guided meditation for trying softer for you today? Which was your favorite Iffirmation? And what Iffirmations would you add to that list? Please let me know in the comments. I would love to hear from you. Thank you so much for joining me today. As a reminder, you're invited to join me for the Secret Wisdom of Your Triggers, my free training happening soon. We'll look at what happens when we stop judging our triggers and start listening to them instead, because the truth is, they hold the keys to healing some of our deepest emotional blocks. And when we know how to work with them compassionately, we can begin to heal our core issues instead of just managing them. I'd love to see you there, and you can enroll at the link in my show notes. If you enjoyed today's episode, it would mean so much to me if you would subscribe to the podcast and also rate and review it. You could also send this episode to a friend who you think would enjoy it. And don't forget to join me every Friday on this beautiful journey out of your head and into your more embodied and authentic self.